think pickups are supposed to be big and loud, hauling tons of stuff, flexing muscles on the road, right? But what if I told you there are pickup trucks so small, they slip through alleys, tuck into tight parking spots, even rival your SUV in size, and few people know they even exist? Today we're diving into the smallest pickup trucks you didn't even know existed. You won't believe how weird, clever, and underdog these little beasts are. And by the end, you'll see pickups in a whole new light. Stick with me. The next ones get even stranger. Back in the early days of trucking, utility meant size. More bed, more torque, more steel. But over time, people in crowded cities, narrow roads, or areas with space constraints wanted something leaner. Engineers started pushing limits. How small can we make a truck and still call it a truck? The result: micro trucks, key trucks, subcompact pickups, machines that blur lines between minivan, utility cart, and pickup. Let's meet some of the wildest, oddest ones out there. The first one you might have heard whispered about is the Changli Explorer, or Changli Micro Pickup. This thing is absurd. It's electric. It literally ships in a box. Yes, you unbox a pickup truck. Imagine receiving a crate on your driveway. You open it, there's your vehicle inside. Mine. You attach the mirrors, seat it up, and there you go. It's just 11 feet 6 inches long. That's shorter than many sedans. It rides on tiny 12-inch wheels. The payload? Around 880 pounds, about 400 kilo. Inside, forget luxury. The rear view mirror sticks on by suction. You'll find electric windows, a couple of screens, and fans to cool you down. This is a truck made for simplicity and extreme minimalism. Why does it matter? Because it challenges what truck means. It's proof you can carry stuff, do utility tasks, and still have a truck shape, all while fitting in places no full-size pickup ever could. Its legacy? Well, you'll find these in China and some niche markets, often as last-mile delivery trucks or fun novelty vehicles. Many are built by small EV firms, not major automakers. But hold on, you think that's small? Here's another that almost never made it out of concept. The Smart for Us concept, shown in auto shows, not mass-produced. Its dimensions? Around 11 feet long, under 4 feet wide, and about 5 feet 5 inches tall. Weird proportions. This was Mercedes' spin on what a tiny electric pickup could be if you designed everything from scratch. Compact, quirky, futuristic. Though it never hit the roads, it showed the world what's possible when you embrace extreme miniaturization. A kind of what-if truck. As we shift away from pure concept and micro EVs, let's talk about everyday small pickups people actually use. One classic is the Fiat Strada. Built mostly in Latin America, it's a subcompact pickup built on a small car platform. Its story began in the late 1990s. Fiat said, "Let's give people a humble, efficient pickup that handles both urban streets and rural back roads." So they used a unibody car chassis, shared with small Fiats, and added a bed. It can carry decent loads, hundreds of kilos, for its size. It's not a strength machine, but it's cost-effective, simple, and highly useful. Today it's still sold in Brazil, Argentina, Mexico under names like Strada, or even as the Ram 700 in Mexico. What makes it special? It blends car comfort and pickup utility. You can drive it like a normal car, get good fuel economy, yet still haul something in the back. For many users, that balance is gold. Now you might assume such small trucks are only in Latin America or China. But there's a world of micro trucks. For instance, the DFSK K01, Dongfeng Sokon K01 from China. This is more like a cutaway microvan turned pickup. Tiny, single cab, minimal comforts, mostly for last mile deliveries, factories, small businesses that just need something cheap and functional. Nothing flashy, but workhorse in ultra compact form. Let me tell you another forgotten one. The Mahindra Geo from India. This was a mini truck produced between 2009 and 2015. Very small footprint, length 318 m, width 146 mm. India's streets are chaotic. Tight alleys, narrow roads, big pickups are impractical for many. The Geo carved a niche. It wasn't powerful or fast, but it helped small business owners, farmers, local deliveries, where you don't need to haul a container. You just need something rugged and cheap. Eventually it was dropped, replaced by newer micro models. But its idea lives on. One more before I break. In the US and modern market, the smallest mass market pickups are creeping back. Think Ford Maverick, 2022 onward. This is a compact pickup, not micro, but smaller than traditional trucks. Ford reintroduced the idea. A truck that many who buy pickup never owned one before. They built it on a car SUV platform, unibody, offered hybrid engine, decent payload for city work, and compact enough to not feel like a behemoth. When it launched, demand was so high Ford struggled to fulfill orders. Why it matters? It shows that even major brands believe in small pickups. After decades of upsizing, the counter trend is here. You probably think pickup trucks are supposed to be big, loud, and built to tow half a mountain, right? But what if I told you there are pickup trucks out there so tiny, they could almost fit in your garage sideways? These are the smallest pickup trucks you didn't even know existed, and some of them look like they were built for ants. Stick around because each one gets stranger than the last. Let's start small, and I mean really small. Imagine ordering a pickup truck online and it shows up in a cardboard box. Sounds like a joke? That's the Changli Explorer, a Chinese electric micro pickup that literally ships to your door in a crate. You unbox it, screw on the mirrors, charge it up, and you're ready to go. It's barely 11 feet long, runs on a tiny electric motor, and can carry about 800 pounds of cargo. It's cheap, quiet, and looks like something a cartoon character would drive. Yet people actually use it for small deliveries and farm work. It's like the IKEA of trucks, just cheaper and smaller. But the strangest part? It actually works. You won't win any drag races, but you'll save fuel, and parking is a dream. It's proof you don't need size to be useful. Now let's jump to something a bit more stylish, the Smart For Us concept. Imagine Mercedes taking the smart car, slicing off the roof, and adding a tiny bed. That's basically what they did. It was electric, futuristic, and shorter than most golf carts. Sadly, it never made it to production. But it showed the world that even luxury brands were curious about micro trucks. Next up, meet the Fiat Strada. This one's a legend in Latin America. Built for small businesses and city driving, it's a subcompact pickup that's been on the road since the late 90s. It has just enough bed space for light work, but it drives like a car. Comfy, fuel efficient, and perfect for crowded streets. People love it because it's tough without being intimidating. In some countries, it's even sold under the name Ram 700. And then, there's the Mahindra Geo from India. Picture a mini truck the size of a tuk-tuk but built to carry goods. Launched in 2009, it was a hit with shopkeepers and farmers who needed something cheap and easy to maneuver through India's chaotic traffic. It wasn't powerful, but it was reliable. A true underdog that got the job done. Finally, let's come back to modern times. The Ford Maverick. It's not as tiny as the Changli, but compared to massive F-150s, it's practically a toy. Ford built it for people who never thought they needed a truck. It's small, hybrid-powered, affordable, and perfect for city life. It proves compact pickups aren't just a niche idea anymore. They're making a comeback. Finally, let's come back to modern times. The Ford Maverick. It's not as tiny as the Changli, but compared to massive F-150s, it's practically a toy. Ford built it for people who never thought they needed a truck. It's small, hybrid-powered, affordable, and perfect for city life. It proves compact pickups aren't just a niche idea anymore. They're making a comeback.